Hi everybody, it's Trish from Baby Steps to Healthier Pets, People, and Home. Today I want to talk to you about making your dog's diet just a little bit healthier. I have talked about in other posts about, a baby step is if you're feeding kibble, you have to excuse me, I'm literally holding my tripod because I'm not good at putting the camera on and off here. When I was putting the camera on the tripod, I took about 150 pictures of my stove because I hooked it to where the button was on the side of the phone right here. And it took all these pictures. So I'm just holding the tripod instead of taking the phone off. So bear with me. So anyway, we talked about if you're on kibble, one thing that you could do is at least go to a healthier kibble. Go to a kibble that has no byproducts. No corn, no wheat, no soy. You don't want any of this stuff. You don't want to feed this to your pets. So you don't want chicken byproducts. You don't want, like I said, corn, wheat, soy, any of that in there. Okay, so say that now you're on a healthier kibble and you still want to make your dog's diet a little bit healthier, but you're not ready to go raw, or you think that raw is too complicated, or it could be a little bit expensive. So there's still things that you could do, good news, to make your pet's diet healthier. So what I'm going to show you today is I puree vegetables. Now you don't have to puree it. Just a quick story. One of the reasons I do it is that I do think it's more of a natural state for them when they eat vegetables to be in a puree. It's easier for them to digest, but you could totally take a green bean and break it up and put it in your pet's food, and that's going to be lovely and wonderful for them. My keto girl, my Ava, who is, I have a little kitty walking around my feet. When she was 5 weeks old at the rescue, they think it was the mom, was weaning the puppies because she's a Great Dane, so they get weaned pretty early. And Ava wasn't taking no for an answer. This is what we think happened. Nobody actually seen it happen, but we think the mother turned around and said, "Hey, stop." And when she did, she hit Ava here and here and actually broke the jaw. Puppies, just like babies, their bones are very soft, and broke her jaw right in half on the bottom. So this peewee little 5.5, well, she was like between 5.5 weeks. I went and picked her up, brought her to a specialist. Anyway, she had to get her jaw wired. She had to wear a muzzle, the poor thing, until 8 weeks, but she didn't know any different. She was still a happy-go-lucky puppy. But anyway, there was complications from that. We're not sure if the blood supply was cut off too long or the nerve supply, but the teeth did not grow in good. And some of the roots start forming, but they didn't come in all the way. She ended up having 5 different surgeries. They had to cut her gum open and remove the roots that were starting to form. So long story short, she from here to here has no teeth on the one side of her mouth and the bottom. So she's not the best chewer in the world. She's also recently, in January, was diagnosed with pneumonia, and we think it was she aspirated some food and got this pneumonia because we don't know how else she had it. She wasn't sick prior to that. She is a gulper. She eats really quick. So if I can make her food mushy for her to not inhale it and not choke on it, then that's what I do. But like I said, you don't have to do this. I've just been doing it for years. It's very simple for me to do it. But if it's just too much, then just add a couple blueberries, a couple sardines, a couple, green. I'm using green beans and power greens. You could add a little broccoli. You do want to ease into it if your pet has never had any fresh food. I mean, I wouldn't start with 20%. I would start with 5%. Start with a teaspoon, depending on how big your dog is, and you could up it from there. So let me show you what I do. I have my food processor here. I put my power greens in. I'm telling you, this is really simple. And it's, I do like 7 pounds at a time, and I freeze it, and it's lovely and wonderful. Once you do it once or twice, the first time you do it, you might feel like, this is too hard. But like anything, I'm going to take that back, Maggie. You want a green bean? You can have a green bean. My kitty's taking a green bean. See, even kitties like fresh food. All right. Put that in there. Put the lid on. Turn it on. This is filtered water that I use just to get some moisture in here to make it more soupy. Add a little bit of water. Okay, Kitty's playing with the green bean. Pulse it a few times. I take my little spatula, get it down, and let me show you what this looks like. It's just lovely green, looks like split pea soup. So I use organic. If you're not going to use organic, I would at least look into the Dirty Dozen and stay away from them. You can also, there's ways that you could, you know, clean the vegetables to remove most of the pesticides with vinegar and stuff. You could Google that. But anyway, that's basically what I do. And Ava, being in keto, on the keto diet, she gets 3 tablespoons of the pureed soupy mix. Here's some that I had. Literally looks like split pea soup. 3 tablespoons at each meal. So she gets 6 tablespoons a day. That's her macros. And she's been in ketosis for 2 months now, and she's doing great. So if you want to just add some fresh vegetables to your dog's diet, it is so good for them, and you're going to notice a big improvement in their health. All right, signing off from I was going to say gotta go. That was my last business. This is Baby Steps. Have a great day, everybody.